On to the final Jaws film, Jaws the Revenge, 1987. I'm gonna be frank with you guys. Netflix pulled this as I was watching it. I was right to the end, right before I'm assuming the black guy dies, and Jaws 4 got pulled off. But I'm gonna try to give you this review, and I looked into all this and watched this stuff on YouTube. But this movie, goddamn. You know, with each one, the shark looks worse. And now the shark looks like complete shit. I mean, it was certainly passable in the original. And now, God. What did they paint this with? It's got chunky paint. They paint it with a brush. It looks like a Rebel. It looks like a Rebel model Corvette you'd put together in the 90s. Where you get some of the brush would break off on the paint and you have these like hairs in the car. That's what this shark looks like. But we've got different everybody except the lady who played Brody's wife in the first two. She's now basically the lead. Sean Brody. Oh, now he lives at Amity. And now he's chief of police. And he's going out investigating something. A shark had like planted a trap for him. Yeah, like the shark set a trap for him on this buoy, and then bit his arm off, and then took him in underwater, ate him. And then the wife says, you know, Mom Brody, she's like, yeah, Roy Schneider also died doing this shit. It was the fear. He had a heart attack. The fear of the shark. And now she's hanging out south. I think it was the what's it? The Bahamas, Cayman Islands, some shit. I don't know. But they've gone south, and she's living with her granddaughter, their family. I think Lance Guest. I think he was the last Starfighter. He's like Mike Brody now, if I'm not mistaken. And he's a marine biologist. Shit, there's a lot of bugs over here. He's hanging out with Mario Van Peebles. And they're marine biologists taking pictures of snails. And they find out there's a shark down there. Like, hey, this is the first great white we have over here, but don't tell Mom, she don't like great whites. Oh, but the shark occasionally attacks stuff. Mainly to get back at the Brody family. So he tries to go after their granddaughter. Now, I think that this actress, her name's like Sarah Barshi, something like this. If I'm not mistaken, she's the voice of Ducky in The Land Before Time. And also the, God damn, there's so many bugs. The little girl in All Dogs Go to Heaven. And this was not long before this movie. She wasn't like stellar here live action, but she was hella good as a young girl doing voiceover in these cartoon movies. And I think that her dad had like a nervous breakdown, murdered his whole family, including her. So she died at a very young age, and that's unfortunate. But she gets a shark goes after her, but like bites this lady's leg. They never really say what came of this. Took the gal's leg off, I believe, on like a banana boat. And then the Mom Brody's like, okay, I gotta go after it. She's got this boyfriend now, Michael Caine. I don't know what he's doing here. He seems entirely uninterested. His character's not interesting. They go dancing and shit, and now they're going out on the water. And everybody heads out there on the boat to go after the shark. As the shark's making its way to them and stuff, that's when the movie cuts off. Now, I don't know what version Netflix had here. In the original, I believe the theatrical version, I could be wrong, I could have this flipped around. I think Mario Van Peebles gets eaten. He's bit, he's getting taken down, but then they say he lives. Or maybe that's the extended cut or some shit. And then they're like, I can't believe you made it. Oh yeah, you know? And they take him ashore. And then they have a happy ending. But there's a different version. Maybe that's the international, like, I don't know which is which here, because I hadn't seen the movie before. But they have another one where he gets eaten and he's right dead. They don't say, oh hey, he's fine now. And then everybody flies home or some shit. But that's going down, and there's also a difference here between these two versions, how the shark gets taken out. In one version, they ram the shark, like Mom Brody's having these flashbacks of her husband and shit dealing with the shark, and then now she's got to carry the mantle, and she rams the shark and spears it, and it looks bad. I guess the spearing act itself is okay, but the shark looks bad, but the spear kills it, and that's that. In another version, there's explosives involved, and they spear it, and it blows up the shark. And that might even be a worse way to go out for a shitty movie. But this movie is preposterous, uninteresting. Though the shark physically itself looks worse than Jaws 3, and there seems to be way less effort in it, you might be able to say it has better effects than Jaws 3. Only because Jaws 3 went off the deep end with the 3D and other shit. This is a right shite movie, though. You know, no matter what cut you're watching, this is a 1 out of 4 star film.